Hello and welcome back to Makai Kingdom. Let's jump into it. Let's see here's our save file. So last episode we unlocked some classes and we also leveled a few, at the same time we leveled a few, what do you call it, mana spheres? Here they are. Today's episode we're going to be using these. We're going to be farming some mana. So you'll notice each of them is level 66. That's not all that high, but these are still useful. You're going to see why I went to the trouble of leveling 5 of these in this episode. Um, but this episode we are going to be farming mana, and I'm going to be explaining a little bit what farming mana is like in Makai Kingdom. But before we go any further, there's actually something I want to check because I know what I want to do in this episode, but there's one or two things that I might also want to do depending on what I see here. Let's see, wish for a new facility. So what I want to look at is this. Yeah, that's not worth it. Um, well, maybe I could do a level 1. Would that be worth it? Let's see. Does anybody? He's only got 13 men. Nah, I'm gonna skip the library. I was thinking maybe I could wish for a library in order to. There's something specific that I thought maybe I could speed up, but I don't think that's worth it. I'm not gonna do it. What we're gonna do instead is we're going to, let's see, there we go. I'm going to summon one of these skinny weeds, and we're going to make well, first let's look at the confined values on these skinny weeds. Um, I like using the skinny weed for this purpose because you'll notice it has low intelligence, but it has high res. And it has decent SP. That's what we want for what we're about to do. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a mimic. The mimic class, if you look at their stats, they have very low intelligence, but very high res. That's what we want for this purpose. So I recommend doing those two things. Grabbing a skinny weed. You can always grab a skinny weed from stage, the first time you play stage 1-4. I don't think it'll be there subsequent times, but we definitely grabbed it the first time we did it. So we've got at least one. We're going to use it for this purpose. And what I like to do is you can put your bonus points into either res or SP. It doesn't particularly matter. Putting them in SP is only going to get you a little bit more. I'll put it into res for safety, I guess. It doesn't particularly matter. Gilzark, that's all right. So this character here, Gilzark, where are you? You're up above everybody who's in facilities. Okay, yeah. So this character, now that we've made our box, we're going to load them up with as many orbs as we have. The best ones we have access to at this point. So yeah, this dark crystal is plus 104 res, plus 64 SP. That's pretty good. We're going to start with that. And we've got a couple 2-star crystal orbs. We're going to equip those too. We've got one more slot, so that's going to be another one of these crystal orbs. There we go. And let's look at our status now. So now we've got how much SP? We've got 184 SP. That's perfect. That's perfect. Let's heal. So let's see. What else do we need to do? Okay, yeah. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to buy a few pieces of armor. Now, you want something that's going to be affordable, but also going to give you like a decent little chunk of res. You don't need a huge amount. You don't need to buy like whatever the most expensive thing you have access to is. Let's see, that's 270,000, and we need 6. Yeah, so let's not go with those. Let's go with something like a let's see, something like, let's see, that's plus. Oh, this is interesting. That's plus res and SP. I wonder, like, you might be, if you don't have orbs up until this point, this might be a good contender for something to equip to your box. Let's not think about that right now, though. You know, let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, I can sort what I have by res. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Now let's look at these items manually. So Excalibur is plus res. I didn't know that. Okay. So I want armor. Do we double chain? Okay, yeah, we don't have a lot of good armor that's plus res, so we're just gonna buy some. Let's see. So purchase armor. All right, so for like for 9,000. For 90,000, this is like 115. Let's look at some other stuff. Let's look at like hats. I think hats might be, yeah, hats are probably the most efficient. Okay, yeah, for only 81,000, this is 160. So this is the one that I recommend probably right here. We're going to get 6 of them. All right, and we're going to equip 1 on each of our 6, what do you call it, manospheres? Yeah. 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to equip 1 on our Swordmaster here. Here. Okay, so now all of them should take 0 damage from. You'll see once we get there. So yeah, I think that's all the preparations we need to make. Let's jump into it. Let me just. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let me save just in case I'm forgetting something. I'm so I forget things so often. I'm so paranoid about it. So yeah, we'll save. We'll save here. And to be honest, we don't need this anymore. All right. And now our destination is 3-4. So I've talked in the past about how important stage 3-4 is, and today I am going to show you why. You know, we should have invited Gilzark first, but that's okay. Whenever you're farming mana, I recommend... Oh, okay, yeah. Man, I'm glad I saved. I did forget to do something very important. I'm glad I caught that. I mean, I didn't catch it, but I'm glad I saved. I had a feeling. So what you want to do is equip your new, the one we just made. Where's Gilzark? There you are. Yeah. You want to equip that. We equipped him with these orbs. That's good. You also want to equip him with the box. That's the important thing I forgot to do. So where's our box? Let's go up a bit more. Down. Down. Oh yeah, okay, they're sorted by res, so it should be at the top. Because I do think boxes are, maybe they're, I don't know, let's sort by, I bet if we, yeah, there it is at the top if we sort by intelligence. Okay, so where's Gilzark? There you are. Yeah, okay. We'll sort by type. Okay. Let's save again. Let's get back in there. Sorry for the minor waste of time there. Alright, so yeah, 3-4 is where we want to go. And we'll do it right this time. So here's Gilzark. We're going to invite him first. And we're also going to invite our Swordmaster, because our Swordmaster is the one that we want to earn the mana. We're going to be farming mana here, and we want our Swordmaster to earn it. So whoever you want to actually get the mana, you're going to want to invite them. And then we're going to invite our highest level facilities. So that's this hut. Whatever facilities you have, just invite the highest level ones you have. Let's see, so that's this 29 hut and that 23 hut, and those are, okay. So nothing to write home about, but it's something. We'll invite it. We'll invite them. You want to invite them in kind of a tight little cluster around the tome. And then we're going to invite our, what do you call them? Did we take them out of the... We probably didn't. Shoot. Okay. For real this time. At least we saved again. I wanted to invite my manospheres, but they were in, they're still in this facility. Yeah. Let's go ahead and empty everybody while I'm thinking about it. Okay, take 3. 3, 4, okay. You'd think I'd be good at this, the amount of this that I've done, but that's just how I am. I forget stuff. I'm a scatterbrain. Alright, so we are going to, once again, we're going to invite our highest level facilities. It's this hut. And this hut. this hut. And then we're going to be inviting our, where are, there you are. Our eyeballs. All 5 of our eyeballs. There we go. Do that. 3. Nope. 4. There you are. 5. Okay. And now that everybody is here, let's see. Can you? I'm gonna lift and throw this. What do you call it? This fortress, whatever you call it. We're gonna throw it over here, close to the cluster. We want everything clustered over here as close as we can get it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use this attack. We're going to have our box use this attack, lunchtime, on the tome. On the tome. There we go. It's going to tell you you're targeting Zeta. That's what you want. So just go ahead and end turn. Okay. It looks like somebody took damage. Who took damage? Hopefully it was just the facilities. They're not like essential. Yeah, you're going to keep at this. You're going to keep using this skill lunchtime because it's the only, what do you call it, box skill that you have access to so far. I'm going to fix the spacing of this. There we go. I'm going to throw it like, where do we want it to be? I guess like right on that spot right there. And we're going to move our Swordmaster in closer to the cluster, like, I don't know, we'll move him right there. Your positioning right now at this point isn't super important. It's going to be important once we unlock the second, there we go, the second box skill. And that's not going to be happening we're going to be sitting here spamming this for a while. I kind of want to check who's getting damaged. Let me do that real quick. List of characters. So, okay, yeah, the huts. Our lowest level hut has taken some damage. Are these guys taking damage? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, yeah, so it's just the huts. Wait. So you're missing 20. You're missing nothing. I swear that during one or two of the attacks did damage to more than one target. I swear I saw that. And I feel like I'm going crazy. Because okay, whatever. Maybe I imagined it. Ignore me. All right, so we're just gonna keep spamming. What's it called? Lunchtime on our tome. And it's convenient that the game keeps track of the number of turns that have passed. I'll show you that in a second. When you bring up the menu, it tells you what turn you're on, so we know that we've used it 4 times. And we're just going to keep using it until the second skill shows up, Mimic Blade. Mimic Blade is the name of the second box skill. So yeah, there, just now, I know that I saw more than one damage number. There was like a 1 and a 5 in there. Let me look at the characters real quick. Okay, so you're missing some, yeah, you were getting damaged. You're not. You took 1 damage. Is that it? Everybody's, okay, all of our eyeballs are fine. All right, that's good. Actually, do we have all 5 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Why do we only have 4? There he is. Okay, weird. Whatever. All right. Enough wasted time. So, there we go. We're going to keep spamming lunchtime like this until the second skill shows up. This is a little bit time consuming. The good thing is you only have to do it this way once. And putting in the time here to earn Mimic Blade is 100% worth it. Once your box learns Mimic Blade, he's got it forever. I don't remember exactly how many times it takes to unlock it, but we can do, let's see, we'll check our, so here's our skill list. Okay, yeah, we're at skill level 1, so however many it takes to go from 1 to 2, it's probably not that many. Looks like it took 7 to get from 0 to 1. Why can't I target the dome? I've been targeting the dome. That's weird. Okay. There we go. You know, I should have waited to move the fortress into position, but it'll be okay. Or maybe I'll do this. I'll throw it to the side until we're actually ready for it. Yeah, that'll make this easier. I should have known. And unfortunately, my huts here might not survive. If they get really low, I'll check them periodically. If they get really low, I'll have somebody like pick them up. Yeah, that's the smart thing to do here. Anyway, so let me explain the reason. The reason why we're using box skills is because whenever you hit something with a box skill, the target gets a stacking mana buff applied to them. It's functionally similar to the passive plus mana skill, um, but it stacks. I'm attacking Zeta here because in Makai Kingdom, every time the Sacred Tome, every time Zeta gets attacked, everything on the stage gets targeted by sort of like a reverberation of the attack. I think I demonstrated that in an earlier video where I was getting rid of a status affliction on my entire team. All I did was cast Espoir, or Espoir, however you pronounce it. I casted it on Zeta once, and effectively every unit on the field became the target of like that reverberation. Um, so that's what we're doing here. So every time I attack Zeta, everything here gets a stacking plus 20% mana buff. So this is so we've done it 13 times. So that's plus 260%. So everything is at 360% mana right now, and it's only going to go higher. The cap um, for this mana multiplier is times 10 for individual units and times 50 for unit times target. Or I'm sorry, attacker times target. So what we want to get to is sort of like the square root of 50, so that's like 700 and something, it's a little over 700%. So we want to get like plus 600% or so. And that's what we're working on. And it's going to get a lot faster once we unlock the second skill. Because right now we're hitting everything once per turn for 20%. Once we get the second skill unlocked, we're going to be hitting everything twice. I'm sorry, we were hitting it once per turn for 20, and we're going to be hitting it twice per turn for 30 each, so a total of 60. So it's going to go up. It's going to be 3 times as fast once we get the second skill unlocked. So we're almost there. A couple more of these. And this will be worth it. Farming mana becomes faster and faster as you progress. Let's see, so yeah, like 2 or 3 more times, something like that. But eventually in this game, you can literally get to the point where in less than 5 minutes you can farm the cap of mana, which is like 9,999,999. I've been there. Yeah, like 2 or 3 more times. You definitely want to understand how mana works in Makai Kingdom. You need mana for all kinds of stuff. You need it for wishing for dungeons. You need it for wishing for facilities. You need it for wishing for things like the secret battles. You need it for all kinds of stuff. So it's definitely worth investing time to improve like your method of farming mana. That will pay off in dividends over time if you're in it for the long haul. Okay, there we go. And now, I should have done this earlier, but that's okay. I'm going to lift this facility and throw it like right there. And then hopefully move back into range. We'll see. So here's the second skill, Mimic Blade. You'll notice that it has a big sort of flattened cylinder shape. It's a large area of effect. You can hit a lot of targets with this. And that's what we want to do. I'm going to skip a turn here because I want my Swordmaster to be able to move in closer. There we go. So we are going to, I think that's targeting everything. I hope so. It's kind of harder in this version to count the little triangles than it is in like the PlayStation version, but there should be, let's see, we got 5 eyeballs, the tome, the 3 facilities, the fortress, and our swordmaster. So there should be 11 targets, and I only count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's 10. I don't know. I'm going to try this. Hopefully it's the right number. If not, it's not a huge deal. So let's do a little bit of math. So we 22 turns have passed, and on one of them we just skipped a turn. So that's 20 times 20 equals 20 times 20 equals 400. So we're at plus 400. And then we used Mimic Blade once, so that's plus 460. So we're at like 560 right now. So we only need to do this a few more times to hit that cap. See, I said 560. I hope my math is right. I think it is. I'm not going to slow down to think about it. So this is 620. That's actually going to do it. Right? That's actually going to do it. Let me do math one more time. I'm sorry. So we've done Mimic Blade twice, and we've passed one turn without doing anything. So yeah, 20 times 20 is 400. And we've only used Mimic Blade twice. That's 520 plus 1 is... No, yeah, we need to do it a couple more times, I think. It's 520. Should be 580. Yeah, and then one more should do it. Are those facilities going to survive? That's the question. One of them's taken like 23 damage. Let's see, a list of characters. Yeah. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. This is the last one. You'll notice everything in the cluster gets hit. And then because the tome was hit, everything gets hit a second time. So every time we do that, stacking plus 60% mana effect on everything in this little cluster. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have one of these characters, you. I'm going to have you lift up the tome, because I don't want to attack the tome anymore. And my Swordmaster here is just going to kill everything in this cluster. It's going to kill my facilities and all 5 of the eyeballs and do some damage to that fortress. Probably won't kill it, but that's okay. And remember, all of these targets are plus 50 mana. So we just made 51,000 mana and we haven't even killed this thing yet. That's going to be the big one. So let's just, let's see. Yeah, we'll switch to our prisoner chain. It's probably going to take like 3 hits, something like that. 2. One more. Let's look at the okay, yeah, everything's gone from the bonus list. Good. There we go. And that is one way that you can farm mana. So let's take a look now. Yeah, so from killing the fortress, we got another 23,000. 73,000 mana is a pretty good chunk at this point. Um, so hopefully that was illustrated, illustrative one of the utility of those Manosphere guys. Um, we leveled them up a little bit very easily using divers, and we didn't have to uh, uh, we didn't have to farm mana to do it. They're kind of like uh, they're kind of like facilities that you don't have to wish for, you know, because destroying your own facilities is like the main way to make mana in Makai Kingdom that a lot of people know about. Not a lot of people, I don't think, know about the amount, the impressive amount of mana that like Manosphere units are worth when you kill. Um, so that's definitely useful. You definitely want to put that to use. I mean, we demonstrated it here at 73,000. That's a lot of mana for this point in the game. And the great thing about that is that now, let's see, yeah, let's look at this. So if we want to wish for a dungeon, it's only 4,151, and we just earned 73,000 mana in a few minutes. So now we can sort of, using that method, we can sort of mass produce food dungeons. And food dungeons are something that I'm going to cover in the next video. But here's just kind of a little sneak peek. Like, you'll notice that on the left side, uh, it says that if we wish for this dungeon, there will only be one floor. And that's kind of weird because in the last episode, we wished for a dungeon and it was 100 floors, right? Because usually these free dungeons are going to be, you know, between, it's going to be a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 100. So why are we seeing one here? We're going to cover that in the next episode. So look forward to that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful. Hope it helps. Hope you tune in next time. Thanks for watching and uh, goodbye.